Hi Sagittarius, welcome. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating to prepare for your reading, I was getting just the most beautiful energy, like very high vibrational type of messages, type of vibe. I feel like a lot of you getting a boost in energy or a boost in self-esteem or confidence during this time frame. It's a very playful type of vibe coming through here for you, Sagittarius, and I love it. And one of the songs that came to mind when I was meditating was Michael Jackson. He says, "The way you make me feel, you really turn me on." Everybody knows that song. Come on. "You knock me off of my feet now, babe. My lonely days are gone." So maybe check out that song. You may like that song, or as the fifth house of passion comes out. Or you might actually randomly hear that song on your phone, you know, in the car, in the store, whatever. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here to get us started. And the first card out, like I just said, is the fifth house of passion, Leo energy. For some of you, you could have that in your chart or be dealing with someone who has that in their chart. But this is fire energy, right? So this is all about what I was just saying, which is so funny. It's about, if I can pick the card up, it's about passion, playfulness. It definitely talks about romance, love, intimacy, you know, keeping a good sense of humor as well. Sometimes this also highlights like children or inner child, but it's all about like finding what gives you passion, Sagittarius, and not shying away from that part of you that has those innate desires, right? And for some of you also, like the sacral chakra being highlighted, could have a lot of sexual energy around you during this time frame, or you might just be exuding that or maybe attracting that. I'm not really sure, but it's okay to love yourself, if you know what I mean, in all ways. So let's see what else we have coming in for you, Sagittarius. What else do we have coming in for you? Whoa, way too many. For my Sagittarius. Oh, I can still hear that song. I like my baby with the high heels on. Okay, so you have the 10 of Cups. Holy cow, Sagittarius, this is amazing. So this is all about like wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. This also highlights the home structure, okay? Finding more enjoyment in the home, or wherever you call home. Taking time to like appreciate what it is that you have, no matter how big, no matter how small. Getting creative, okay, with your space as well, Sagittarius. But this is all about feeling connectivity, especially in the emotional sector, especially in relationships. So like some sort of revitalization happening when it comes to the relationship sector of your life. So let's see where this is headed. We're going to go into the headspace and see what we have going on that you might need to know, as well as the heart space and the big spiritual picture. So, Sagittarius. I can still hear that song. Your walk, your talk, your dance. I actually did a skating video to that song. It's on my Facebook if you want to, if you care to look at it. But anyways, you've got the Knight of Wands out, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, all fire energy so far. Really interesting. And then the King of Wands. So listen, Sagittarius, get ready for some action, because I feel like during the month of July, there's a lot of action going on, right? A lot of communication coming in, possible travel for some of you, but it's like really needing to get your priorities straight before we kick it into high gear, because I feel like even if you are feeling the increase in the energy, it's not, they're saying it's not even close to high gear yet. So it's going to heat up. Like things are going to be heating up as you go through July and August. And if you don't have your priorities straight, this could lead to some unnecessary drama or conflict, you know, that you'll have to clean up later on. So, you know, take this time to try and the best that you can do things in the right way is what I'm getting. To do things in the right way. That's a very interesting message to get. There's the 10 of Cups again. It just flew out. Holy cow, Sagittarius. Like, I honestly don't think you could do it the wrong way. And you know what? So I want to get very general with that statement because I'm getting, there's really no right, no wrong. It's just you choose, the universe responds. However, there is like, okay, let me figure out how to say this correctly. Each of us has our own idea of how we would like something to go or how we would like to handle a certain situation. And so what they're saying here, Sagittarius, is, you know, to stay in alignment with your truth of how you see things fit, of how you envision this working out and how you would like to handle that, and hold yourself to a high standard, you know, to keep your integrity and to not get sucked into unneeded conflict or unneeded drama during this time frame. But there's definitely that boost of self-esteem and confidence coming in here for sure with the King of Wands here. Like, this is a very assertive energy. Also, you might be attracting that out of others or a certain person during this time frame, this very confident, assertive type of vibe coming through here for you. So expect a lot of movement forward. I almost said changes, but they corrected me. Expect a lot of movement forward. And be ready to have some fun because I feel like there's fun things coming your way, and try to avoid the drama if you can, right? I do feel like sometimes there might be moments in time, right, where you feel like things are a little bit of a struggle, or maybe you still have a little bit of an internal struggle going on with something, but I'm getting like it'll smooth out. So they're actually giving me an image of somebody ironing the wrinkles out of something. Like you'll iron it out, you know? So let's see what else we have here, Sagittarius. For my Sagittarius. The emotional space, the Hermit, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Oops, the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So interesting here, Sagittarius. I heard hurry up and wait. So it's like this hurried energy and then this waiting energy all at the same time. It seems a bit contradictory. There might be... Okay, so there's a message coming through that, you know, as things speed up, Sagittarius, it might be hard, right, to pull yourself back a little bit. So there's like this hurry up and wait type of energy where you might be moving faster than you're actually ready for. There's a caution about that. You know, don't push yourself beyond what you're ready for in this moment. Take it day by day. You know, ask yourself what feels good to you and just go with the rhythm, go with the flow of that. But there might be this moment right here that comes in, Sagittarius, that is like this waiting period where you need to do a little bit of self-reflection, right? There's something unresolved going on underneath the surface here, and it's on an emotional level. So it's almost like you have two different things going on, like something that you've been anticipating and you're very excited about and you're ready to move forward with it, you know, and then, but yet there is something else here that's still yet to be fully resolved, okay? And it may be eating away at you inside on an emotional level, and maybe making you feel like there's periods of time where you want to introvert or where you need to kind of reflect on that situation a little bit more before you make any big decisions, right? So it's almost like, let me get a scenario. It's almost like wanting to jump into something new before you fully resolved something from the past or something that is yet to be resolved internally. And it's like, well, if you jump into something new right now and you haven't resolved that, it will impact the next situation. And so that's why it's the hurry up and wait. Because I feel like you're being called, right, to action, to take some sort of movement, but you're also being called to resolve something on an emotional level internally first, Sagittarius. And you're going to get clarity on this. You're going to get insight. The right timing will come. The right answers will come. You will know, okay? But they're saying feel it out. Take it, as exhilarating as this energy is, to still take it moment by moment, okay? Until you've given yourself enough time to fully process and let go of whatever this residual issue is here. Okay, I'm getting this is just an example, okay, to give you an example of how what I'm meaning by this. So like, you know, when you first like want to move out of your house, right? And you're young and you can't wait. You can't wait to get away from your parents. You can't wait to go off to college or whatever you're doing. And then so you're all full steam ahead. You finally get out, and then the moment you get into your new dorm or your new place, you start to have nostalgia or miss the only home you've ever known. Now, does that mean you made the wrong decision by naturally moving forward into your next chapter? No. But does it mean that you still have a tie and a connection with what was? Yes. And so it's like there's a healthy way to make that transition a little bit smoother, right? But that's just an example, right? I'm not saying that's happening to you, although if it is, great. But it's a little bit of that where it's like, wow, I'm so excited about this. And then you get there and then you're like, oh, I guess I'm never going to have that again. Like you're so focused on the future, you don't even realize what you're leaving behind. But it's not a bad thing, right? Because you are being called forward, Sagittarius. And so it's okay to have those nostalgic feelings, but know that you are on the right path, because Source is always going to call you forward. It's never going to call you backwards, because life is forward movement, right? And if you don't keep up with that forward movement, it starts to get real uncomfortable, right? And I don't feel you wanting to go back into that uncomfortable emotional space where you're feeling withdrawn and sad and, you know, like, don't go back to that place. I feel like, you know, you don't have to go back to that place. So let's see what else. All right, wow, here you are. 6 of Pentacles, Temperance, 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands. So after this little pause here, where you might get a little nostalgic, you might start looking back to the past, you might start wondering if you're headed in the right direction. But after you have that moment, okay, some of you maybe have already had this moment, some of you it's future energy. But after you've had that, it's like you then clear it out of your energy and things start to move forward again. It's like once you rehash something in your mind and your heart, you become more clear about what it is that you really want and where you're headed. And then it's like feeling back to yourself again. A lot of emotional support showing up as well. So some of you might be connecting with friends or family or people that want to see you do well, Sagittarius. People that really, truly, genuinely love and support you. Like surrounding yourself with those people and being open to that. Some of you might be a source of support for someone else during this time frame as well. You know, having their back. I feel like they're saying like attracts like. So you might be attracting people that, you know, can understand you or are going through similar things. And that's purposeful. That's orchestrated divinely by the universe, so that we're never really truly left alone, no matter what chapter of life we're in. And so I feel that coming through for you as well. And then the sense of like peace, you know, coming to peace with something. I heard coming to terms. coming to terms with some sort of decision, or where you're at right now, or where you're headed, and having some peace of mind around that as well, and helping you to regain your balance, and which is making you want to maybe open up more and give yourself more, be a little bit more generous with your time and energy, which therefore, you know, attracts those that want to be more generous with you, Sagittarius. So anytime you could be open and giving and loving, do it, because the universe will always double that back to you. It will never, ever, ever leave you in a space where you're not getting back what you're giving. And so some of y'all haven't been in that emotional space where you've had it to give in the past. And I think this is this residual emotional energy showing up. But now, as you get clearer and more self-assured and more confident about who you are and like what your decisions are, then you're now getting into this place where you do have the ability to give. Excuse me, I burped. Sorry. Don't click off. Should I edit that out? I don't think so. I can't help it. My apologies. Anyways, but now you are in that place where you can give, you know, that you have something to give, that you have energy to give, that you have love to give, that you have a lending, you know, you can lend an ear, lend a shoulder, that type of vibe. And what a beautiful place to be in, right? Like, what a beautiful, empowering place to be in, Sagittarius. So let's see what the law of attraction has to say about this as well. Woo. It says, by default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. Man, what is wrong with my fingers today? I can't keep the cards. It says, many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attraction is not done by deliberate intent, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite or ask for matching experiences. So this is saying, like, Sagittarius, if you had attracted, you know, a relationship that was not a good match for you, or did not, you know, work in your favor, that's all right, okay? Because through that experience, you have learned more about yourself and more about who you are and what you really want. And now that you're more deliberate, right? Now that you're more aware of self, it's time to attract the partner that is a match to you and to what your desires are, what your wants are, right? And that could be, you know, a revitalization of a current relationship, or that could be, you know, inviting new energy or a new person, new people into your life. But whoever is coming in during this cycle, especially during Leo season, so we're thinking July, August, whoever you're attracting during Leo season will have qualities that are more aligned with the qualities you've been looking for. And why is that? Because you have become that of which you seek. It begins within, if that makes any sense, right? So like, the stronger you become in who you are, Sagittarius, and the more you love yourself, the more you attract others that love you as well. So, wow. Powerful reading here. Zodiac signs that you might be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Sagittarius energy, Virgo, Aries, Leo. Yeah, those are the primary zodiac signs. But like I said, it's a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, guys. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos over there, Tarot Time with Dana. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as the About section of my YouTube, where you can also find the donation link. If you'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends. Namaste.